Today, we're diving into the wild world of Westeros to break down the epic series Game of Thrones. So, Game of Thrones is this amazing fantasy drama based on George R. Martin's books, A Song of Ice and Fire. It aired on HBO from 2011 to 2019 and totally blew everyone's minds with its complex stories, awesome characters, and jaw dropping visuals. All right, let's talk about Westeros. This continent is split into 7 unique kingdoms, each ruled by powerful families all fighting for the Iron Throne. Up in the cold and harsh north, we have Winterfell, home to House Stark. These guys are all about honor and resilience. Winter is always coming for them. To the west, there's Casterly Rock, where the rich and powerful Lannisters hang out. A Lannister always pays his debts. Down in the lush and fertile Reach, Highgarden is the seat of House Tyrell. They're wealthy, influential, and play the Game of Thrones with style. In the Stormlands, there's Storm's End, home to House Baratheon. They're strong and tempestuous, just like the storms that batter their lands. To the south, the hot and spicy land of Dorne is ruled from Sunspear by House Martell. They're known for their fierce independence and fiery spirit. In the mountainous Vale, the Eyrie stands tall. House Arryn rules here with a strong sense of justice and honor. The rugged Iron Islands are ruled by House Greyjoy from Pike. These seafaring raiders are all about independence and reaving. And finally, in the Crownlands, we have Dragonstone, the ancient seat of House Targaryen. Once the ruling family of Westeros, they're all about dragons and reclaiming the throne. The story kicks off with the death of Jon Arryn, Hand of the King. This sets off a chain reaction, leading to the War of the Five Kings. Eddard Stark, Lord of Winterfell, is called to be the new hand by his buddy, King Robert Baratheon. Ned discovers a dark secret. Robert's kids are actually the offspring of Queen Cersei and her brother Jaime. This revelation leads to Ned's downfall and execution, sparking a brutal war for the throne. Meanwhile, across the Narrow Sea, Daenerys Targaryen, the exiled daughter of the last Targaryen king, starts her journey to reclaim the Iron Throne. From nothing, she gains the loyalty of the Dothraki, liberates the slaves of Slaver's Bay, and raises 3 dragons, bringing back her family's ancient power. Back in Westeros, Stannis Baratheon, claiming his right to the throne, attacks King's Landing in the Battle of Blackwater. Tyrion Lannister, the acting Hand of the King, uses wildfire to blow up Stannis' fleet, securing a major Lannister victory. One of the most shocking moments in the series is the Red Wedding. What should be a joyous celebration turns into a brutal massacre orchestrated by House Frey and House Bolton. This event wipes out Robb Stark, his mom Catelyn, and many of their men, drastically shifting the power in the War of the Five Kings. Up at the Wall, Jon Snow and the Night's Watch face a massive assault from the wildlings in the Battle of Castle Black. Despite being outnumbered, they managed to hold the fort thanks to Jon's leadership and the timely arrival of Stannis Baratheon. Jon Snow is elected as the Lord Commander of the Night's Watch, but faces a deadly betrayal from his own men. They stab him, leaving him for dead. But fear not, he's brought back to life by the priestess Melisandre, setting him on a path to reclaim Winterfell from the Boltons. The Battle of the Bastards is one of the most epic battles. Jon Snow faces off against Ramsay Bolton to take back Winterfell. With the unexpected help of the Knights of the Vale, Jon defeats Ramsay and restores Stark rule in the north. In King's Landing, Cersei Lannister eliminates her enemies by blowing up the Great Sept with wildfire. This ruthless move wipes out many of her rivals, including the Tyrells. With no one left to oppose her, Cersei crowns herself Queen of the Seven Kingdoms. Daenerys finally returns to Westeros with her dragons, armies, and allies. She teams up with Jon Snow to face a greater threat, the Night King and his army of the dead. The epic Battle of Winterfell, known as the Long Night, is a fierce fight between the living and the dead. Arya Stark delivers the final blow to the Night King, shattering him and his undead army. This hard-won victory comes at a high cost, with many beloved characters falling in battle. One of the most controversial moments in the series is when Daenerys, despite King's Landing's surrender, decides to burn the city to the ground with her dragon. This brutal act marks a turning point for her character and leads to her eventual downfall.